Hi, this is Chris Waddell. Welcome to 60 Seconds, the stories and the highlights from the Paralympics in Beijing. Today, we're at ZDF, German television, and we're going to be joined by Matthias, who is one of the greatest athletes in both the winter and the summer, and we will talk to him soon. Hello, Matthias. Great to see you again. Usually I see you on the ski slopes. Funny to see you here in the Summer Games. I know you're a summer athlete as well. You competed in the Paralympics for a long time, and things have changed a lot from the time that you competed till now. What do you make of the Beijing Paralympics based on what you've seen?
Oh, it's great Paralympics so far. We had the opening ceremony, which was really unique, very, very good, I think. And then the sport itself, it developed a lot from the times where I was active between 1980 and 94, so after Lillehammer, and this is just great here.
Do you think that the disabilities or the or the limitations that are visible are more difficult or less difficult than the ones that are invisible?
I think I couldn't measure that, but because I think to suffer from something is very difficult for every person. If you sit in a wheelchair, if an arm is missing or leg, or if you are suffering from a depression, I think for everybody is a big thing to get along with that. So I couldn't really compare what is worse or what is better.
But I think what you're saying is that we learn from each other, though.
Yes, that's it. And I think that's one of the biggest messages of the Paralympic Games. And I think Phil Craven, president of IPC, he said it's inspiring games. And I think the Paralympics, they are really inspiring in this kind of inspiring, not only the sport itself.
Now, you competed in the summer as well. What were your events in the summer?
I was a sprinter, 100, 200, 400 meters, long jump and high jump. And at the moment, I think 3 of those, I had the world record still now. So there was, yes, there was no double arm amputee or disabled who was faster or higher or longer jumping.
So do you think you should come back for 2012?
Yes, of course. No, never. Too old, too slow, too lazy.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for letting us join you in your studios, and I wish you the best of luck. I will, let me see if I can shake your hand there.
Thanks
Thank you. It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you out there.
Great. Thank you all to you.
Take care.
Brazil's five-a-side football team continued their unbeaten run here at the Beijing Paralympics with a dominant performance against Great Britain. Gel Silva opened the scoring straight from the kickoff, just 7 seconds into the match. Oliveira doubled the advantage after a defence-splitting pass. A lovely solo run from substitute Alves resulted in an own goal after keeper Jonathan Pugh could only parry the ball into Ajmal Ahmed. Alves scored the goal of the match to put the Brazilians 4 up before half-time. Alves added his second and Brazil's 5th right after the break. It was the turn of the defence to star, Ribeiro saving well from David Clark. 5-0 it finished, and the reigning Paralympic champions face China on Monday for what could be a preview of Wednesday's final. Gulbin Su of Turkey faced Mel Clark of Great Britain in the bronze medal match of the women's individual compound in archery. Su showed flashes of the form that got her to this stage, but it was Clark who won 113 to 109, outscoring her opponent in 3 of the 4 ends. Her teammate, the top seed and world record holder Danielle Brown, dominated a one-sided final against Japan's Chieko Kamiya. Competing in her first Paralympic Games, Brown hit the bullseye with her first 2 arrows, and the 20-year-old kept the pressure on her 48-year-old opponent for a 112 to 98 victory. Gold and bronze to Great Britain, and a silver for Japan. In the men's 100-metre breaststroke SB13 division, the capacity crowd was treated to a masterful performance from the Ukrainian Alexei Fedorov. having already won gold in the 200-metre IM and silver in the 100-metre freestyle. The 20-year-old led from start to finish to produce one of the performances of the Games. Federer smashed the world record that had stood for over 16 years by an incredible 3.5 seconds, one of 14 world records to tumble on Saturday at the Water Cube. He said afterwards he felt he could swim even faster. But he didn't have too much time to celebrate this victory though, as he's back in the pool today in the 100-metre backstroke and will also race in the 50 free on Monday.
Thanks again for joining us on 60 Seconds, the stories and the highlights from the Paralympics here in Beijing. We had a wonderful time at ZAF. We thank Matthias for joining us with a wonderful interview. There will be more Paralympic coverage, more Paralympic highlights coming up, so stick with us on Paralympic Sport TV.